Hello, everyone, and welcome to Not Just Books, the monthly program about what's going on in Williamson County and at your local library. I'm Dolores Greenwald, and I'm the director. And today I have special guest with me, Stephanie Wycihowski. She is head of our children's and teen departments, and she's here talking about a special program. We've got a little bit different setup. Normally we'd be sitting in the studio side by side, but today we're doing a virtual conference thing. So it may look a little different, but we'll get the information to you. Stephanie, welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, Miss Dolores. It's always a pleasure to come and talk with you about what's happening at the library.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you, and we're always interested in what the children in Williamson County are doing. Early literacy is definitely a focus of public libraries and as well as the Williamson County Library. So tell us why you started this winter reading challenge.
Well, this was the first year that we're doing this. This is our first time. We're excited. It's something brand new for all of our community here in Williamson County. It is something that we felt like we're continuing to adapt at this point to the pandemic and everything that's happening. And so we're trying to continue to provide programming in some way. And so we felt like starting this winter reading program would be something unique to us here in Tennessee and would to our community, and would just be another exciting opportunity for children to get credit for reading that they maybe already are doing as part of school, whether that be physical in-person school or whether they're doing virtual school. Just kind of being able to, continue to get incentive for doing something they might love to do anyway or are already doing for a school project. Our winter reading program, as we mentioned, this is the first time that we're doing it. It's open to all ages, so it's not just children's and teens. It's also open to those adults, whether you may be someone who's physically coming to the building to pick up materials or whether you're using some of our electronic resources like ebooks or other such databases. It's your chance to also get credit for reading too, for doing what you love.
And Stephanie, we are using to enroll kids, we are using something that we used over the summer reading program.
That's correct. It is a brand new platform for us called Beanstack, and we started with it, as you mentioned, during the summer. We are very fortunate to have a wonderful foundation, Williamson County Library Foundation, that sponsors both our summer reading program and now this winter reading program, amongst other special events that we have throughout the year. And we're very lucky to have them, and they financially support the use of this online platform. Beanstack is something where if they used it during the summer, they don't have to re-sign up for a new account. They just have a username and a password that would have been assigned to them. If they're new to it, they would go directly to Beanstack, which they can find our library challenge. If they search on Beanstack or even search on Google, they can say williamsoncounty.beanstack.org is the website, and they'll find it. They can get on there. They can sign up for a free account. They can sign up the whole family. So they can sign themselves up, their children, any teenagers they might have at their house, and be able to log their reading all online.
And Stephanie, you have, as part of this with Beanstack, you have optional activities.
We do.
6.
Our children's and teens and adults all have digital activity badges that they can earn. And as part of that, for children's and teens, if they decide to do the activity side along with the reading side, which I forgot to mention, the reading side, it's 10 hours of logging online. And then for that 10 hours, their prize is they get a couple of Sonic coupons and a free book. So very similar to the summer reading logging, but less time, obviously, because it's a confined, shorter time frame that it's running.
And each of the activities, there are 6, have different things. Like one is community and giving back.
That's correct.
So what happens with in the activities?
Well, the activities, there is an assigned amount of there are like quantity of parts to each of those badges that they have to complete. And as part of that, they then earn tickets toward prize drawings for larger prizes, which we purchased a lot of really cool things. I know you and I have had chats about some of the cool prizes that have come in. We have things like some book and plush kits for popular characters like Pete the Cat. We have Dogman. I know we placed an order for some different activity like family games, things like Monopoly Junior. There's also some STEM activities, like I know we have a marble maze run and something that deals with circuits, so some really fun activities. I know for teens, there's a scratch off poster of the 100 books you should read over your lifetime. There is some anime stickers. I know they did adults. A couple examples would be things like reading book lights. She also had me order some winter wear like gloves and hats and mittens, also earbuds, things like that. So lots of really cool things that they have the chance to earn.
Well, one of the activities are community and giving back, out and about, fun at fun, craft-a-cadabra, eat, drink, and be merry. And let's see, what's the do you know the last one?
Let's see, I can reference my notes here. I apologize, I don't have them all memorized. Culture and education.
Okay. Okay. So these are good categories. When you did the children's summer reading program, did you have, these were kind of the way you set up the activities for the badges and that?
Yes, we did narrow down our focus a little bit more this time than what we did with summer reading. Summer reading, we had a lot of more separate individualized challenges for different age levels, where the way we set this one up is we have the children's challenge, which again is open to all children from 0 through 12. And then the teen challenge is kind of geared more towards 12 to 18-year-olds. And then the adult challenge is for 19 and up, where in our summer reading challenge, the age groups between 0 and 12 were a little bit more broken down, but we weren't quite sure the participation levels when we were designing the programs and that. So we were trying to kind of gear it more toward the family doing some of the things together, not necessarily relating it to specific broken down like preschool, elementary type age levels like we do in the summer.
What's been the response from participants?
So far, it's been great. We've gotten a lot of positive responses. People are more excited about it. I think we did get a positive response to summer reading, but I don't think the participation was all there, because I think so many people were, just dealing with the pandemic and dealing with going virtual for school and things like that. So I think now people have kind of dealt with that and gotten over it and have been able to get used to being online a lot more and adapting. And so there is more of a positive response right now. Currently, when I check numbers today, we have, let's see, roughly about 98 adults that are participating, 221 kids, and 49 teens. So it's a relatively good group, good core group system-wide that are reading, logging activities, earning their digital badges. So it's been fun so far.
Yeah, this is a good method for keeping kids reading when schools are so crazy. You don't know from one week to the next whether or not the kid, your child is going to be at school or at home. And this is kind of a steady thing, ongoing thing that parents can do with their children.
Yes.
So
One of the unique features for us that we actually love about Beanstack is it gives us a few things that are unique that we can track and we can look at. So things like if they write reviews, like I know Amy is requiring adults to write reviews on books. So that's helpful to other people out there that if they've not read that book and they want to know, hey, is this book any good? It's kind of fun to see what other people are reading and what they're writing about and what they like, what they don't like.
yeah.
Also for kids, it tracks for us the top 12 books that are being logged. And so still those series that you see out there that are popular, things like Magic Treehouse, Captain Underpants, Big Nate, Dogman, like all those ones are still remaining popular and staying strong with the kids, and they're logging that, which is awesome to see.
Yeah, that's great.
Speaking of the minutes being logged, I can tell you based on the amount of people that are active right now and are registered for winter reading, we have reached 150,815 minutes right now, which is amazing that they've been reading that strong since December 1st.
Yeah. Well, this and also not only with the the confusion about school, people are just staying home more.
Yes.
So this is which creates a great opportunity to share, reading and the love of reading with kids.
The nice thing about having Beanstack too is it's available in many ways, because it's available that you can use it on a home computer. You can take it with you on vacation and log it on an iPad or on their mobile app. I mean, you have so many opportunities to carry that logging with you and not have to go, oh, I got to write it on a piece of paper and then remember to put it in when I get home.
Yeah.
It's nice to have that freedom, to have that mobility, to take it with you anywhere.
That's great. And so how long is the program going to go?
It is actually going to continue. So there is still chances for you guys to currently sign up this month. It runs until February 2nd is our last day that the program runs till, and then we start doing prize drawings and start contacting those winners and things like that starting February 3rd. And then the prize pickup, we're trying to kind of limit the time frame for people to be coming in. So it will be anywhere from February 3rd to February 28th for them to pick up prizes with us in person.
Do you think you'll do something in the spring?
I'm not sure. We've kind of been talking about it, and we've been talking about maybe looking into some future programs with it, like maybe doing something with the Volunteer State Book Award with like elementary age children, and maybe there are some like pre-made template type programs in Beanstack for doing things with younger children, like 1,000 books to read before kindergarten. So we definitely are looking at the possibilities of using it more throughout the year.
Talk a little bit about the Volunteer Book Awards and
Sure.
What the library's role is with that.
We normally get copies of all of those books that get put on the list and get nominated. And I know a lot of our schools in the area, both Franklin Special District and Williamson County District, definitely promote those throughout the schools. And I think in many cases, give kids extra credit or have them doing book reports on some of those books and their feelings on whether they agree with those nominations and whether they should be a winner. Normally, I know the state usually picks at least a couple of books in each category every year to actually win the award. But there are a lot of nominees. Like this year, I think the list is quite large because there's different age levels. There's picture books, there's chapter books, and then there's also books for teens that all fall under that Volunteer State Book Award.
Yeah. Who sponsors this in case people listening or watching don't know what?
That would be the Tennessee School Librarian Association. So TSLA definitely sponsors that, and they are the ones that have a nominating committee for submissions every year for these volunteer state book awards.
Well, that's a great partnership, and I know the volunteer book awards are very popular during our summer reading program.
Yes, they
So,
are highly sought after because I
yeah.
think they are on a lot of teacher lists of,
Yeah.
especially the elementary age level, for them to be reading, and then getting into middle school, like kind of that tween age, we get a lot of requests too for many of those.
Let's talk briefly about what we are doing virtually. I know that, for example, the reference department is putting adult crafts programs. We've done some Alzheimer's awareness workshops and that sort of thing. So tell a little bit about what we're doing virtually.
Sure. We're continuing our story times, and those have been relatively successful. They are available on our Facebook page. We're using Facebook Live to do those weekly. And myself and Miss Barb and Miss Liz are the librarians that are doing those readings. My schedule for the story times is I am Monday mornings at 10, and then Tuesday and Wednesdays at 7. Miss Barbara is doing story time usually on Tuesdays at 10 in the morning, and then Miss Liz usually does her story times on Thursdays at 10. I know we also, over these next couple of weeks, to kind of continue to go along and to offer programming, I'm planning to do some craft demos on Facebook Live to coincide with winter reading on some winter craft ideas. There are a few that I found, including doing painting you paint with salt on like snowflake templates and things like that. So I'm going to be doing that. There's also one where you can make snowmen mixing shaving cream and glue, because the unique thing about if you mix shaving cream and glue together, the shaving cream stays puffy, because that glue kind of helps it with stability. And so you can make snowmen, fun things like that. We're just trying to give parents ideas of things they can do at home with supplies they might already have. And I know that the adult section, as you mentioned, has been doing craft demo videos also with simple things that you might already have at home. I mean, a lot of people are staying home more at this point with the pandemic. They're trying to be very careful and very cautious with themselves.
And one of the things that the teen department and children's department, and they're doing them at the branches too, I think they're called grab and go when we promote them, but talk a little bit about that, because that's been very popular during this time too.
Yes, during the pandemic, we started doing kits actually starting in September with Constitution Day. Since we weren't physically able to have a program, we started brainstorming ideas and saying, hey, maybe we can offer like a take and make type thing and have some supplemental materials that can be done as a family at home. And so, as I mentioned, we started those in September with Constitution Week, and then have been continuing them every month ever since. I know our teen department does about 25 kits a month, and ourselves in children's at Maine, we're putting together 75 kits a month. And so it's just really fun to have a variety of activities in there that the whole family can do, no matter the age level. There's usually crafts in there. There's usually some activity sheets. We've had some I Spy games. I think the 1 month we gave a bingo. I know when it came to the things relating to the Constitution, it was stuff dealing with learning about the Constitution, like teaching them about the preamble and giving them information about the fact that it was the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment this year. So making it educational, but still making it fun, since we can't see people in person right now with programming.
Yeah, Constitution Week is one of the activities that we do with the Daughters of the American Revolution, and I love it because you can have, a fun time educating, and I enjoy doing that. So one year we had a big birthday cake for the Constitution and had some ice cream. So
Mhm.
hopefully we'll be able to do that again and bring folks actually in the library.
Mhm.
Um, so what else would you like to talk about um, regarding the children's activities?
Um, just been trying to keep up with demand and trying to put out displays for those who are visiting our building. We also, as I mentioned, are, continuing to work on these kits. Right now, our January one is a little bit on delay since we had a situation in our department where we have to be on quarantine right now, which is not ideal for us. But as everyone has been dealing with that, I'm sure with their own children with school, it happens. And so we're trying to remain as safe as possible. And so our January kits are in the works, and we plan to hopefully have those out by the 19th of this month for
Is
people to be able to pick up.
I think the staff, everybody that's had to go through the quarantine process, they're back later on this week. Is that correct?
Yes, we do start back into the facility on Thursday. So, feel free to come and visit us if you feel safe enough and want to get your materials. The departments are remaining open, but they have been safety disinfected for your own protection. And, with that, it's been a lot of fun to see who's coming in and to see those regulars with their kids and still being able to pick up materials and sharing those at home.
Yeah, if you visit the library, you go through a screening area where, as part of the Tennessee Pledge, we have the 5 questions regarding COVID that people ask or people have to answer to. And then we make sure everybody's got a mask and we take temperature. So really, it's not a big involved process. It takes only a couple of seconds. Then you
Yes.
can go to whatever department you want to go to. So and we've had a lot of folks thank us for being open and thanking us for taking people's temperatures and helping them feel a little bit more safe anyway when they come into the library.
Yes.
So more information on our programs for children's and other programs, you can visit our website at wcpltn.org, and you can also sign up for our e-newsletter that comes to your email box once a week. It can't be any easier than that.
And if
So,
they also want information on our winter reading, again, they can go directly to sign up for the challenge and register for the challenge, going to williamsoncounty.beanstack.org, or they can go to our website, wcpltn.org, and go to the Winter Reading Challenge page and find out a little bit more specific information about each of the challenges and how we were mentioning those categories for the digital activity side, badges. They can find out more information about that for all the different age levels.
yeah, and I've been excited to partner with WCTV. I've always enjoyed it, but during this time it's been extra special. We've put many of our programs on WCTV's YouTube channel,
Yes.
and we appreciate Heather and Creed helping us out and helping us get our programs out. So, Stephanie, thanks again for coming today. I appreciate it. And it's a lot of information. We have a lot of things going on, kind of different, but we are reaching out to folks. So thanks again for coming, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Thank you for
Thank you.
having me.
Thanks everyone for joining us today on Not Just Books. We are always pleased to have you here and pleased to talk about what's going on at the library. I'd like to thank my special guest, Stephanie Wycihowski from the Children's Department, to talk, and she came and talked about all of the activities going on with the winter reading. So you can find out more about what's happening at the library by going to our website, wcpltn.org. You can sign up for our e-newsletter. It goes straight to your email. There's nothing easier than that. You can also join us on Facebook at WCPLTN and on Twitter at WCPLTN. And until next time, enjoy your world and read.